presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Rebels of Ole Miss. Hotty toddy. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air, it's Newton. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Fields. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
It's as if the end zone has a no trespassing sign on it, but here a chance to score the first touchdown. Touchdown Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Who knows? That might be all it takes. This has been a defensive battle. Both offenses struggling mightily to execute anything, but they were able to put a nice little drive together. Their yards have been very difficult to come by. They found a way to get it done, and finally here in the 4th quarter, they're able to put some points on the board.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The give to the back. Turning it on. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Fires to the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And the Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll start this drive going to the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Newton. It's complete to the right. Got room at the 35. It's a running room. The 20.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Ducks! That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
He can pull that right now and take off because he's got such great speed, or he can give it to another fast guy going in another direction.
Quick toss. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! Great job by the back on the option.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Dickey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the air on first down. They get to him as he throws. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going to swing it on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.
presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Missouri Tigers. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Using the quick game.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. With the catch, it's Bell. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. They get him down with this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. Trying to find the end zone. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on second and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. Trying to barrel in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. It's almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on... Touchdown, Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
He finally gets some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3 quarters of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
Coming out with it, it's Townsend. And the returner will be knocked down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Looking downfield, it's Fagnano. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bell. Spinderella. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Unloads to the wideout. He got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Fielded in the end zone, it's Townsend. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Oh, they're after him. Oh, the ball squirts out near their own goal line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Fields.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Misconnection leaves him with a third down. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this one.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the air on second and 10. With the catch, it's Bell. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And they can't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration, a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. Oh, he's got some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Fagnano. He's taking a deep shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone.
facing the UCLA Bruins. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Makes the catch.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it, but that hit as he got rid of the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Bruins send out the punt unit. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Newton. Pulls it in. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Guys, this has been a defensive struggle, but now on touchdown, Oregon! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coach...
He's loose. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll move the wide receiver. A quick pass on the jet motion. Slithers into space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Newton. Got his man quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Ducks hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Quarterback will keep it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking for space. It's Whittington. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Makes the grab 20 for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.
is College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Falcons of Air Force. Take it away, broadcast team.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air, it's Newton. That's caught. It's Bell. At the 20, he's got space. Turning it on. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He wants to throw it. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this.
Creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page. Now putting their offense in a great position.
But will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gonna run it. It's Jordan. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the Falcons decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He takes it at the 45. Slips through the line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Oh, out of space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So
touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Back to throw, it's Heward. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. To the air on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. defense changing the play. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Wide out, trying to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this defense finishes off a great football game. A goose egg on the board, forcing the INT late with the lead. They have dominated this football game from start to finish.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Newton. The screen, he can go! He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He might want another play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning.
Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Heward. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football and turn over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And they tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Jordan. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Oregon State Beavers. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
So first down will open up the final period. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Finding an escape route. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to set.
Page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that one stings. Man, this offense had an opportunity to go down the field, score, make this game awesome and super competitive. And they give up a safety and give the football back. I tell you what, they were already in a hurry. And a lot of things had to happen for them to come down the field and win this football game. Now, it's looking like an uphill battle.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Past the first down marker and still running. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Breaks into the open, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Sticks it in his belly. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The inside handoff. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Did the work himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Rides to back and leaves it. Sweet cut there. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging the holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We'll get a little bit of that there. You can take a knee, you can run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's coming out of the end zone. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.
to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So Oregon's offense will get the first swing today. You get a matchup on paper, Kirk, that really seems to favor this dominant defense. And unless this offense can do something special, it feels like yards and first downs are going to be hard to come by today.
What this defense does a really good job of is negating any ability at all to run the football. Puts you in obvious passing situations, and then they turn it loose and get after the quarterback. I feel bad for the offensive line and especially the quarterback today.
Powering through a tackle. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down, living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. They're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Now it's second down here. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Breaks into the clear. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner trying to create good field position. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. The Cadets offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. It was a passing game, frankly, Kirk, that struggled to make plays. Now they face an elite corner. See what they can do.
Well, if I'm the offensive coordinator, you have to pay your respects to one of the top corners in the game. But you know what he doesn't like to deal with is a wide receiver that's going to be getting some of the underneath throws, blocking, being physical. Make his day tough. Don't make it easy where he can play out in space and come up with interceptions. Really make him work with some pre-snap movement, other ways to make him have to think.
To the air, it's Jenkins. Sacked, dropped at the 3.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. In their first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
Second down now after the sack. It's a shotgun run call. Breaks loose at the 15. And the defense brings him down. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Defense is coming after him. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. And the ball is away from inside the 10. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Handoff from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. Ducks are in the red zone now. As a design quarterback keeper. Feeds in the end zone. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team pens him in and brings him down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Touchdown, Oregon. Pick 6 could be a game changer.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms, and he takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
Point after, up and good. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Bringing it out. It's Cross. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He's running out of time here. They'll bring him down. The defense punctuating the second quarter with a big play. And the Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner will be brought down. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Dropping back. It's Jenkins.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. They'll run it from the gun. a safety for the defense.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So after giving up the safety, here's the free kick. Breaks into the clear.
Return runs it out to the 45. And your Oregon Ducks will take over.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. After scoring before halftime, a chance to really stretch this lead now in the first possession of the second half. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Looking for some space. It's Scott. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Fighting him off. First down and more. He's still running. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Fighting off the defender. Finding space at the 20. They'll head out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today. The Ducks with first and 10 here. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Working clock with the ground game. End zone ahead. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Ducks.
Great teams put the hammer down when the opportunity presents itself. That's exactly what they did here with this touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Coverage team brings down the returner. On the offense, comes back out onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. They'll hand it off. We'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Grabbed by the receiver. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up a fourth down and short.
Boy, another tough call for this offense. Seems like everything that they've called is going in the wrong direction. I think they're just trying to get out of this one at this point.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. They'll give it to the back. Look out, room to run here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. They're going to run it. He breaks free. Touchdown, Oregon. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Looking to throw. It's Jenkins. The pocket breaking down. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. And the result is going to be a safety. This one ended up being a blowout, but they get the W. They also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating.
This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. The Ducks offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And Kirk, we check out tape on this offense. Your eye just goes to these highlight reel catches this elite wide receiver makes again and again.
And you know, one thing that stands out to me is not only does he get these chances to make plays, but the defenses, they do their homework. And what they typically will do is put a couple defenders on him. And when they do that, that's when it opens up other aspects of that offense that they're going to have to be able to take advantage of today.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Jukes to get free. As the first down is still going. Touchdown, Ducks. They draw first blood in this national title game. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. So Iowa State's offense comes out for their first possession today. And they're going to be colliding with an elite linebacker and a run defense that just expects to smother the running backs here today.
Yeah, this defense does such a great job of eating up the offensive linemen. This defensive line, they slant, they angle, and what it does is it frees up the linebacker you're talking about, Chris, to make so many plays. So it'll be a tough day for this offense to try to consistently move the ball on the ground. They may have to go through the air if they're going to have much of a chance.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. And the punter is hurried, and this punt won't go very far. Touchdown, Oregon! A special teams lightning strike here in the national championship game. What a moment. Punt return for a touchdown here in the national championship game.
Boy, his vision and focus were locked in. I mean, you're right. He's thinking, I'm in a national championship game. It's time for me to make a play and put my stamp on this game. And he did that right there.
Returner looking to create better field position. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Pressure is coming. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
So backed up to their 5-yard line at 2nd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket.
They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
That's the third sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
They'll try and run it with the fullback. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to the fullback, and he doesn't get any yards at all. In fact, he goes backwards. Good job by the D.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in return. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. How aggressive will this offense be? They can get into field goal range easily, but maybe they'll take a shot at the end zone. They test the middle there, but get nothing. One more play before they head to the locker room. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Headed for the end zone. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. The Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. And the return starts from inside the 20. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now. Set up at the 24. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He stepped in front of that bullet. He's bringing it back. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now following that dreaded pick six. For this guy, it's a nightmare in real time. And for the defense, unbridled jubilation.
Automatic in the PAT. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's got it inside the 15. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Trapped again in the pocket.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. I mean, it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Fielded just inside the 40. And the returner is brought down. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. And they hand it off to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. So 3 quarters complete in this battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Has a path to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Oregon.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. And they've got the returner corralled. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read. Then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? This winds up a safety.
Well, Chris, just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse for these guys, it goes from being bad to even worse. They seemingly can't do anything right. At least they only have the rest of this quarter. Don't worry, fellas. It'll be over soon.
Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage.
Return is tackled down at the 20.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Tackle made after just a short game.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble.
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Touchdown, Ducks. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's another touchdown, a dream performance from this running back in the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. And so far, they're struggling.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a sack. They've got him back at the 4-yard line.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to...
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Touchdown, Oregon. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic Saban to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Let's say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have...
Kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Oregon's offense will start this game off with the football. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators, defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse,
there he goes! The 40! Running inside the 20! Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches
but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Emmanuel. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 60 of these on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. They didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and 1.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane. Give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Power football with the run. Spins away. Loose in the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution.
15 looking for room. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He'll start the third quarter with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the foot...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Here's the return. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Ducks! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Tackled there by the defense. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. And the Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll return it from the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They make the stop, but the sweet forward catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rebels offense is back on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the backboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. One more play to pad the stats. He wants to change this route. Finding open areas. Turning it on. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost...
start the game. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds a little space. They bring him down, but not before a really good return. Sets up this offense in solid field position. So Oregon's offense will start this game off. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of the defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
This is one way you can try to attack the perimeter of the field, right? Get the option play going. Quarterback has it, reads his key, pitches it out to his running back to see what he can go do in space.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Paul.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes him talk to the hand.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Quick spin on the run. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half, being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
And the pass is incomplete. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Oh, he's got a chance. No, he got loose. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
He's got it near midfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Using his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The handoff, keep working on that clock. On the move is the 30. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking out there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the 4th quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the fit. ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Find some fresh air. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Running back searching for a hole. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Off play action. Fires it down the seam. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Eastern Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
7, Eastern Michigan, 0.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Warner. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He leaves it with his back. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center of the guard. The tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make them.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive.
And
They have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He'll keep it himself. Knifing through, making the play in the backfield, and they can use a timeout and try to force them to punt. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They keep it on the ground to open the third. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Newton. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Oregon! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for you.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football, I got the speed, I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw, it's Warner. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Just complete and... will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Broncos offense will get first crack at it today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interesting to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing outbreaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's got the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Ducks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon. Great job by the back on the option. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Dropping back, it's Glotlier. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up 4th down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him.
Blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. 15. Here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. On the move. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Looking to throw, it's Locklear. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He'll take it himself. More to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the fullback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Locklear. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give on the option. Spins away from the defense. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes a pass to Marker. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
To the ground with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Rides to back and leaves it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. This quarterback part of their running game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The give to the lone running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, and absolutely